Representative Carney, and thank you, Representative Schiavoni, for leading the charge here. As a former school teacher, having retired in 2012, I'm keenly aware of the issue here with charter schools and the money that they're siphoning away. It is important for us to fund education fairly and adequately and to provide a quality education for all of our students in Ohio, because really, in the final analysis, it does come down to jobs. But our students will not be prepared for the next wave of jobs unless we are able to fund education properly. And this is not the way to fund it. It is about accountability. It is about doing what is right for our taxpayers on their behalf, and us in the legislature acting as good stewards of that faith that has been entrusted to us to do the right thing. And the right thing is to ensure that public dollars are spent in the right places for the right things for all of our students.
Thank you, Representative Patterson. Senator Sawyer, do you want to add anything before we go into questions?
Just very briefly, I want to thank all of the representatives and Senator who are standing before us today. I just want to point out that this is not the first time that Senator Schiavoni has undertaken to do this. He's had legislation to do this kind of work prior to this. He's had it before the General Assembly for over a year. And in fact, offered this in the context of last year's budget in several different forms. Each time, that legislation was not even debated. It was tabled so that it was not even considered for a substantive debate or a vote. This legislation needs to be considered on its face and be debated for its substance. I want to thank Senator Schiavoni for his tenacity in continuing to return to this topic. It is of the highest priority for the students of the state of Ohio, for their parents, and for the taxpayers of the state of Ohio. And we could not have had a better demonstration of why that's important than in the context that this press conference has been called this morning. So with your permission, I'm going to sit back down. Thank you.
Thanks, Senator Sawyer. In kind of in that vein, I appreciate you bringing that up. We've pared this down to a 6-page bill. The bill that I introduced prior was about 33 pages. So this is very, very simple. We're talking about auditing. We're talking about transparency. If you want to go into education in the state of Ohio, you should have to follow all the rules that public schools do. It's very simple. And if you listen to the governor and a lot of the legislators in the majority, they'll tell you that they agree with this idea. So let's see if they will agree with this bill. Are there any questions?